All right, hey everyone, we're live. We're still doing STANUARY. Cheers. Good morning. All right, it's a beautiful morning here in Philadelphia. It's not even too cold out. NFL Sunday. Doing morning streams has been a long time goal of mine. I'd rather do morning get to work streams rather than late at night streams. I wanted to try and do one last night. I ran out of steam again, but yesterday was my most productive drawing day all year by far. I had the most energy yesterday. So after this, we're going to do some. You can see right here some Steve Ditko. I just love saying Steve Ditko because Steve Ditko's Spider-Man is the most challenging version to now. But we're going to do some Steve Ditko Spider-Man. Courtesy of being co-created by Stan Lee, and then we're going to go work out. And welcome to STANUARY, prompt 2 on day 7, I think, or 8. But yesterday, we got to do this. We got ourselves some Stan Lee goodness in the mail. This is the Backstreet Project. I just wanted to share this with all of you. And I never set eyes on this before. But these were also, I love the way that this is packed. But these were Burger King Happy Meal or Burger King Kids Meal figures before. Wow, this is really thick. Very nice quality. Impressive. Excuse me, people. I'm still mucusy. I'm still... Volume 1, Number 1, Backstreet Project, created by Stan Lee, co-created by Nick Carter. This was like a webtoon series or like a web comic book series. I don't know what's inside of here. I don't know what to expect. I'm sure there's like an interview or two, but this is also Stan Lee Media. So a lot of Stan Lee's books have the rise and fall of Stan Lee. You see that all over the place now. The fall, they mean the fall of Stan Lee Media. Okay, and he had PAL Entertainment. So there was these two giant, technically 3 giant companies. The third one is still in existence. The third one is still going. You can go check that out. But this is very impressive. Very impressive. Look at the sketches. Okay, let's just start. This is straight up nice. So some of the surrounding talent, I want to see, like, I always thought Wildstorm, because you guys know I'm heavy on Wildstorm. I always thought Wildstorm, pencils, Ruben Martinez, Scott Kobesh, and I'm just trying to see who may have colored this. Wow, this is fantastic looking. There was so many interviews with this too. I remember like even MTV airing some of the interviews and segments. I'm sure they were paid for by the Backstreet Boys. Wow, this just looks incredible. This is like top notch. Telos. And Rex. Okay, so this is like Men of Action, essentially. That's who. These guys, we know Men of Action went into Ben 10. Wow, I really want to read this. The artwork for this alone is worth it. Yeah, I want us to do like a walkthrough review behind the project. Very cool. When Nick met Stan, he realized that he found the perfect person to make his vision, the superheroic Backstreet Boys, of reality. Stan Lee 7th Portal. This is one of our prompts. This was also a webtoon series. StanLee.net. The Battle for Earth begins on the internet. Very nice. Look how clean some of these head drawings are. Wow. Completely nothing but impressive. The quality of this is better than most uh, magazines. I'll say that. Because this is like a cardstock cover. Okay, very cool. Well worth it, everyone. What a good start. So, just to sum up some of yesterday's drawings, we got I'll call this super secret, super project. Some of you know what that means. We have an Uzi Susie character. We have blood pack, right? Blood pack here. You see how smudgy everything gets, but we did good. We did good drawing yesterday. Finally, it's so different when you want to draw, you have a good drawing day, and you just feel satisfied. You really. Sometimes you get brain locked. And by brain locked, I'm not even checking. So, and by brain locked, I mean you get into like a dream state when you draw, and you get so locked in. I don't have a pencil, people. I'm looking for a pencil. Well, technically we don't need one, because here we go. This is what we're doing for STANUARY. This is Ditko. So like we're trying to make it look like everything over here. Now, I'm also going to do a panel that showcases the black of the blue, meaning Ditko. People have always said the Ditko version of Spider-Man was black instead of blue, but technically it's a blue rim. It's a blue highlight on black. So, well, we'll get there though. And I do need phone reference for this. All right, let's see. So we're still shooting one panel, just because we know that these morning sessions don't really bring the boys to the yard. See, so like this is a lot of what people when they talk about the Ditko Spider-Man. See, like how there's just more black than blue. So I thought it would be proper to highlight that. Looks like the connection is getting a little. Are we? Do we have to get blurred? Here we go. Get in focus, camera. There you go. I think we can just jump right to some of these inks. Well, cheers to all of you. Like I said, I like the morning sessions because it's like you're dusting off the cobwebs. Everyone's like waking up with me. We're all groggy. Doing the Ditko eyes are it's like everything's challenging about the Ditko Spider-Man. Everything. And the reason for that, like when we work in this guy's style, excuse my phone, people. When we work in the Ditko style, it's madness. Because it's everything is counterintuitive. One second, people. I apologize. And also be mindful that our intent here is to create a full comic book experience, kind of as a full do-it-yourself DUI. By the great company of Koala. They're out of Delaware, Middletown, Delaware. How funny is that? Very local. I'll be reaching out to them very soon. Yeah, so everything by like Ditko's style, it's just it's against how I've trained myself to draw. Like he's more form, more shadow, more wide open. Like I'm tighter, more aggressive, more line work. You literally cannot get more opposite. We got people printing over here. Give me 1 second. Printer delivery. So we got a a household waking up over here. We're almost out of ink for this guy. So we're bad when it comes to tracking some of these. This should have been my new fresh one. I need my reference up too. See, like Spider-Man, like the Ditko Spider-Man does not have a 6-pack. Like he really drew him as a boy. And that really was his legs, and his boots too aren't as high as you would imagine. But there is a reason why I say this is the most challenging. And I'm still cheating. I mean, I'm kind of happy with this. Like, I think I'm happy just enough. Like, just enough happy. GE. And keep it, also, everyone, I say keep in mind. When I say keep in mind, I'm trying to think of what to say. I know that's a tool move that makes me look like a tool. But we're really targeting, I wanted to say we're targeting 30 minutes here. But I love the idea of like even just doing something like this before some people even wake up and like start their day. Jeez, it's only 9 o'clock. I thought it was like 10. I thought it was late. It's so bright and sunny in Philly. It's amazing right now. He also drew great buildings. You know, just for the like atmosphere. Like he really knew how to put Spider-Man in a spot. So this one is like almost like brand new. So along the way, we always mark our markers. We mark our markers. And the reason we do this is so we know if they're in use. We mark them with a marker. So we don't pick them up and expect them to be brand new. See, it's so different when these markers are fresh because you can just like tap. You can just like get that, you can just get enough of that ink out. Which is very helpful. I say we put in some panels. I mean, we're making really good progress here. This top panel too was absolutely horrid to get down, and I butchered it. This top panel had zero form at all. But this is a little bit why I wanted the test sketchbook, so I could test some of the comic book coloring effect for this with Crayola markers. Panels. We were doing panels. Let's do some panels. I didn't even take any ibuprofen. I've been in the habit of waking up and getting like a couple pills down, just because, like, kind of like when you work through a fever, the way you sleep, it's just like, it just doesn't seem natural. Like, you wake up and like your head's pounding, and I mean, I don't even get that from a night of drinking, but like, you know, you get that from a fever. So this is where, to a lot of like STANUARY and the idea of just like doing a do-it-yourself sketchbook, just it does capture that obsessiveness in you, because it's hard for me to back off once I start. Like, I just want the entire page complete. That's why yesterday's prompt, Solar Man, was so freaking important, because once I started, I couldn't stop. I could not stop. Great feeling. I'm not joking. So in here too, we're working on, you know, we have to up from everything we did like a year ago. So this year we're having more, like, Stan Lee's going to be in these panels introducing Solar Man. So we're going to have Benjamin Tucker, cause his alter ego, he's a comic book artist, which is amazing. He aspires to be a Marvel comic book artist. Beyond amazing. So we're going to have like a silhouette of that. But his robot friend, Beepy, he's going to be like throughout the entire book, and he's going to almost just be like a like a chase character, maybe like a Sonic, and he's going to give us a tour of all these other Stan Lee creations and eras of Spider-Man and all that goodness. So let's see here. So the other distinguishing characteristic for Stan Lee, I mean for Ditko here, is that there was a clear use of shorter gloves and shorter boots when it comes to Webhead. See, some of this even bothers me right here because it's not tight enough. I mean, there's no other character that stresses me out more than drawing Spider-Man. Especially in this era, this uniform. And it's pretty simple because this is, I mean, Spider-Man right here, like as we're drawing him, this is still the absolute gold standard when it comes to costume design. Like absolute gold standard. There is no other better designed anything in comics other than what you see before you right now. And I just wanted to see, I got his webbing here. See, I still haven't nailed his armpit webbing. Because he had a way of like, it's like he disguised it a little. Like he had, or his, like, not disguise it, but he had like anchor points. Like really good anchor points for it. So it was hard to see exactly how it was attached. That's what I'm getting at. Here we go. So this leg too, it's too thin. So we're just going to cheat that a little. So he did feather, right? So like we do want that. We do want the feathering. I always try and stick to my materials until like I cannot. So even though I'm wasting some of the pen ink here, and I say wasting because these things do cost money. Microns are. I mean, if you buy them single, they're about $3. To me, that's too much. But it's like we're doing micron here. But then like we may go back and blast it with some of the Crayola black. But I'm trying not to. And you can kind of argue too that because later we're going to attack the John Romita Spider-Man, which is he's the last great one, like the last great artist to touch webhead. But with Romita, he brought in more. He was more Ditko. He was more Ditko than his father. Again, like more black. So, and we're going to like do an emphasis on like the background colors of the time and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's going to be like orange, gray, like a lavender. So, like we can kind of like that's the lavender I'm talking about. That's the gray I'm talking about. This is the orange. So again, like we're focusing to make things pop. There's going to be hints of yellow, just because I just think with some of the current reprints, Ditko, you know, like the one I'm using. Okay, I mean he's somewhat visually we associate the Ditko Spider-Man with yellow, with a yellow background, very poppy. And we're working in yellow highlights for that reason, with some like maybe like attempted like recreations of like overprints or newsprint page bleeds or runoff bleeds as they're called. And also to sketchball challenges they're also meant to be experimentational. They're meant for you to learn new materials. They're meant for you to grind and draw every single day. They're meant for you to be a little relentless with your pursuit in learning the craft. And they're a little unfair because you technically have to complete the prompts. No one says sketchbook challenges were supposed to be fair. Here we go, just enough. So we all know how the webbing's going to turn out. We also potentially need a solid red here. I don't think we have a good red. That one's done. Because I think the red I used yesterday was too dark. See, that's like too dark. That's almost like a here we go. This one's way better. So we're going to put the color in first, and then we're going to go in with the webbing, if we can. Because we don't want to destroy what we already have here, like as of the form, the shape, the colors. So you know, and the webbing can do that. The webbing's going to confuse that. Yeah, and I'm liking this red way more than what I did yesterday. Yes, you have to stay within the lines. I mean, come on. That's looking like Webhead, like our boy. Look how close the orange and the red are. Almost identical. And what we'll do here too, we'll do a little. Should we? Just gonna do some yellow on his butt, but it kind of makes no sense. And we're going to work in some like overprint effects also. Like on this side. So we're just going to get like a little bit of that red. We're just going to like do this. Right there. Just to give it a little, just, yeah, we're desperately trying to emulate the, the printing. I'm so excited to use this lavender though. But I'm thinking, like, say, some of these Crayolas, it's so hard to know which one's lighter, which one's darker. Yeah. We'll do some. Now, this is not common, the gray for the web. I don't condone that. We got to figure out this building here. Can't do orange. Orange is going to be too close. Orange is going to be too close. Lavender seems, the purple still seems to be too dark. And we're like kind of running out of options here. Here, still don't like that. This is why you have test pages. Because here I'm testing on cardstock, but the paper here might absorb it differently. And we're 41 minutes in. Too dark. This is way too dark. We can kind of maybe just use, yeah, let's see if we can get around this. Like that, but then we're going to need like another blender while that's still too dark. Everything's too dark. How is everything too dark? Actually, that's great for the sky. I do have two separate bins, and I'm only using one. Let's try this one. That's the purple I was looking for. See, and then like you kind of want to. I mean, the overprinting didn't look like this from this era, but but we're cheating it. We're just trying to emulate something that's just not there. One, because it's challenging, and two, it's fun. It's fun. I mean, do they even do Spider-Man with the spider's tingly sense anymore? I don't think they do. Well, you know what? I don't know. I was just flipping through a Spider-Man comic the other day at the comic shop, and I didn't see any of it. I just feel like that's one of the things. Like every Spider-Man issue should have tingly. Nope. No, I like yesterday's blue. That's not it. God damn it. That's not it. This is it. Why is that dry? That was one I used yesterday. Here we go. So here we're just trying to emulate kind of like a colorist, like pumping up some clouds. So it looks like a city sky. See? And it kind of, it looks like a classic comic panel, hopefully. I feel like we wasted some space here. But, let's just kind of. There you go. Oh, that came through a little. All right, I mean, yeah, challenging nonetheless. So this one's going to be all black, and it's just going to highlight the black on black aspect of the way Ditko rendered it, and then the final panel just might be his final issue, like him holding his final issue. All right, AKAPADers, thanks for hanging out.